No, I'll say this in like every video. This is just kind of like a women one-on-one and how to date them type of thing. One thing you learn, bro, and this is wisdom that I've gotten over the years, and I want to help all you dudes with it. Like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Follow your boy. It is what it is. And y'all comment on what y'all want me to make videos on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to make a video on a certain uh, point of view of a woman, let me know, like a certain topic. You know, like how can I text a woman better? How can I talk to women better? Whatever, whatever. But I'm gonna try to give you as much as I can in the next like 9 to 10 minutes on what I've learned about them. Number one, the more kinder and sweeter you are, and romantic you are, and nicer you are, the weaker she's going to think you are as a man. Every life is like this. Let me tell you what it's like when you're dating a woman. I said this in the other video, but let me get more deep in detail with it. Men like to play video games, right? Women like to play the game of life. Okay. Dating is their video game. You need to look at it like you are playing a game all the time. You need to, instead of playing video games, you should play dating as a game, just like they do. You know, use some of their medicine against them a little bit, right? Because it is a point system. You can kind of, just to break it down and make it easier, you can put it into categories. How many rejections I get today? 500. Boom. You can do that as points. You could do it as how many times have I got ghosted? Boom, those are points. How many times did I pull the woman? Boom, those are points. And honestly, if you look at it like a video game and you look at it like school, it will help you better because it's kind of like school. If you notice, it is like a video game because women, most of them do the same exact thing. It'll be like, for example, they might stop liking you just because you're just too overly romantic and kind. That's another thing too. Every time you're super nice, super romantic, super kind, super sweet, you lose a point. You know, it takes down your aura. You look at it like that. So let's say you start off at 10,000 aura points. You just lost about, I'll say about 3,000 of them by being too kind and too sweet. That turns women off because it appears needy, it appears feminine, it appears weak, and it appears like you don't get no hoes. Because a dude who gets hoes, he ain't gonna be all overly romantic with one woman. And women know this shit. Like they know, okay, he being too romantic, he be too kind. Nah, that's weak. I don't like that. That's woman behavior. He acting feminine. He acting girlish. He acting like he don't get no women. He's being a little too emotional. He don't know how to relax and calm down. You know what I'm saying? And they sometimes they also will look at that shit as like you being like a creeper or a weirdo. Like they think you might be like a murderer. They might think you might SA him and shit. Like men being too overly polite to women like really makes them feel uncomfortable. Like real shit. You know, and I've learned that from experience. I'll keep it real with y'all. I'm willing to admit my L's and shit. I learned that from experience. And I learned that the more I was kinder and sweeter to a woman, the more they hated me and were repulsed from me and ghosted me. The more I did that, that's what happened. That's why I'll be saying you gotta look at it like a video game, like you playing Miss Pac-Man. But you realize when you do the opposite, you ain't trying to hella hard. You just, hey, what's up? Can I get your number? You might get a bunch of no's. You might get rejected about 10, 20 times. But you got to learn how to not get bothered by the rejections. And eventually you'll just get a bad bitch. You'll just slip into some pussy. Like real shit. You'll just get a bad bitch. It'll just happen for you. That's how most dudes get women. When you see a dude who has like a fine ass bitch and you're like, how the fuck did he pull this fine ass bitch? Like, what the fuck? You're overthinking it too hard. Oh, overthinking is also unattractive too. Stop overthinking so hard. Be sure of yourself, regardless of whatever you're doing. Be sure of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's a big one. So being self assured, not really giving a fuck. Women like that shit too. Not giving a fuck. Dressing nice, being groomed nice. And believe it or not, women respect if you go up to them, can I get your number? No, I'm not interested. They see you move on to her fast as fuck, go talk to another chick. They actually find that attractive. And another thing too is a lot of women are attracted to a man that is bold like that and doesn't give a fuck like that, but they're also attracted to a dude who just has bitches in general. So when they know you got a girlfriend, most women are gonna flirt with you more, be more sexual with you. It happens every fucking time. I kid you not. Every time you got your little bitch, you got your little dime piece going on, you always gonna have some women who all of a sudden now she finds you more attractive because she sees that you're more relaxed, you're more reserved, you ain't worried about her liking you, you just doing your own thing. You like, man, once you have your own woman, that's usually how you are. You're more confident, you're more laid back, you're more groomed well, you're dressing nicer, your confidence is up. When you have a good woman, that's usually what happens. So other women will see that shit and will want that shit. And that's why, and to be honest, technically it's in a woman's nature to like a dude who has a bunch of women and wants to be one of his women. That's actually in their nature, even if they don't admit that, that's what they like. That's what they flock to. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it's like birds and flowers, right? It's like they all flocking to you. That's how you become pretty much like how she is. That's how guys get women, is already having women and women already flocking to you. But women naturally just get dudes who are obsessed with them and other women that are obsessed with them. But us, it's more of like we go out there, we thugging it out, we a real ass man, we ask out a bunch of females, we get a woman, then other women start finding us more attractive because they see that confidence and how attractive that shit really is. Because that really does turn on a lot of women when you hella confident and when they see you don't give a fuck. Right? And you should give a fuck about stuff like bills and shit like that, but like getting a woman, you shouldn't give a fuck. It should just be like, you go to this woman, she says no, you go to the next woman, you try to get her. She say no, you go to the next woman. That's how it's supposed to be. This woman start playing a bunch of games with you, you block her ass. Don't give a fuck. Just ignore her motherfucking ass. Or don't block her. You can leave it open and just don't talk to her no more if she playing a bunch of games. And you keep it real with them because a lot of niggas is bitches and pussies. They not going to keep it real. Women respect when a nigga keep it real. Like, you be like, hey, look, I got your number. You trying to come to the crib later today? What we gonna do? We gonna fuck. They say, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, well, I already bet. It's better for you to just keep it 100 at all times. Women actually respect that shit way more because that's what a real ass man is gonna do. Even if like a bunch of, people will try to convince you, like society will convince you that's wrong. That's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be direct. And you're supposed to be honest with everybody, even other men. You're supposed to be masculine, direct, tell them what's up. Like that sidestepping is not good for you because it just creates weakness. It creates you being unsure of yourself. But when you let people know, like, look, you did this shit, I don't like this shit, boom, 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 they might actually listen and actually might follow what you're saying. But if you never say nothing, they don't know. Because that's another thing, is being self-assured. Know what you're talking about. Let people know how they're bothering you. Set your boundaries and whatnot. That's a big thing. With women, you got to set boundaries. Now, I'm not saying set boundaries like, you're my woman, you're not allowed to go outside dressed like this. What I mean is when she start doing too much shit that genuinely pisses you off, you give her an ultimatum and be like, look, bro, I don't like what you're doing. It's pissing me off. If you don't stop doing that, you need to get the fuck about my crib and get the fuck away from me. Real shit. You got to say that because women will do that shit all day. You got to be bold enough to tell them what is up. You cannot be scared. You can't be nervous. You can't really be tripping about the outcome too much. They need to know you are a grown-ass man. You are not a pussy, and you're not about to be tolerating no bullshit from her or other grown-ass men. Other grown-ass men need to know that shit too. Like, I'm not about to tolerate you treating me like shit all the time. It's not about to happen like that. Like I told you, you have to be that way. Because I'm telling you, dudes are going to play with you too. They got to know that you ain't somebody to play with. Now, of course, still be smart. If it's like a dude you think might pull a gun in you, leave that shit alone. But you learn a lot of things. I'm going to give you all a lot of gems at the end. I'm just going to give you all a list. You got to learn how to be unbothered, unfiltered, not give a fuck, be kind of selfish, be delusional, and believe in your head that every bitch thinks you fine. You got to be delusional. Just like how they delusional, you got to be that delusional. And believe it or not, that attracts women to you when you're that delusional. It's crazy, but it works. Dress nicer, get deeper into your spirituality because women like when you talk about spirituality, stuff like that. And that's all I'm going to give y'all for right now because I don't want my phone to get full. But like, comment, subscribe, follow your boy. When I say my phone get full, I mean like the video. I want to be able to make another video. So like, comment, subscribe, follow your boy.